Hello, fellow Gooners and football supporters out there. What glorious sunshine. Glorious. Do you know what? It's a bit like Brazilian weather today. So I'm going to talk about a Brazilian. His name is Gabriel Jesus, or as Big Steve of the Big Six likes to call him, Jesus. Jesus. Now, Jesus, or Gabriel Jesus, is a player I have had mixed thoughts about over the seasons, as he's meant to be a striker, right? He's not prolific enough. But, in fact, he's not your archetypical number 9, is he? He's not going to bang you in 30-odd goals a season in all comps. He's more likely to probably get you around 15, maybe 20 in all comps, you know. But it's his assists. He's a pressing machine. He's a physical presence. And what will he bring to that Arsenal dressing room? A winning mentality. That experience. Yeah, he's only 25, but look at the Premier Leagues, the FA Cups. I don't know if how many FA Cups he's got, but the Carabao Cups, City have got under their belt. I mean, I think he's been there since he's, 20, 21? He must have 3 or 4 Premier Leagues under his belt already. Now, Gabriel Jesus, or Jesus, as Big Steve likes to call him. If any Man City fans tune in, sorry about my terrible Manc accent, but yeah. As Big Steve was taking the piss out of the Arsenal fans last night, suing in the car park. Or, well, Don Robbie, you know. I know, I'm only joking. It's all banter and good stuff. Not like it offended me, because I wasn't at the match, and I certainly wasn't swinging in the car park. And if that is true, that actually Manchester United fans came to the Etihad megastore and started swinging outside that, I mean, is that true, Man City fans? Please tell me, is that true? Because that just sounds insane, but it does sound something like Manchester United supporters would do. Starving Man United fans. I mean, Steve said Arsenal and Spurs are starving, but, well, Spurs are, aren't they? But come on, Arsenal won a trophy 2 years ago. We won the FA Cup, so the FA Cup's been our staple diet for the last sort of 10 years, you know. So I think we've won at least 3. It might be 4, I'm not sure. It's at least 3 FA Cups. So, you know, at least we've won some trophies. You know, people, I was in a chat on the Football Terrace and I mentioned Arsenal won a few FA Cups. They said, what the F of Arsenal won? I said, I've won FA Cups. And FA Cup, like completely dismissing it like it's a nothing trophy. When I was a kid, the FA Cup was the cup competition to win. Yeah, there was always the European Cup and all that. But when I started watching football, we were banned from Europe for hooliganism. A really sad incident happened in 1985. I think 85, yeah. Liverpool Juventus in Heysel in Belgium, where the Liverpool fans charged the Juventus fans and a wall collapsed and crushed loads of Juventus fans and killed them. I think about 90 odd fans died. I might be wrong, but I think 94 died. I don't quote me on that. But it's, you know, one's enough. You know, not over 90 is far too many. And, you know, see how much our game's evolved from being banned from Europe to being the kings of Europe. You know, it's looking like at least one of our teams, and I would say Liverpool are the strongest favourites to represent England and the Premier League in this year's Champions League final. I think they'd blow Villarreal away on both legs, head and shoulders above Villarreal. City have got a much harder task. City have got to nail it tonight. And maybe the player I'm talking about will help them do that. And Gabriel Jesus. Like I say, he's a pressing machine. And that's what something Steve was saying. You'll get 110% out of him every game. And I was just thinking, where's he going to fit in? But obviously, Arteta will, he's coming to play first team football. Obviously, he's used to rotation, and he will be rotated at some point. Because, we can't suddenly stick Gabriel Martinelli on the bench for the season. He won't be happy with that, will he? But if we're obviously going to be in Europe next season, whether that be Champions League or Europa League. Yeah. Will he come to us if we're in the Europa League? I hope so, but there'd be less chance. But I think it's the pull of Mikel Arteta. And without Arteta, this deal wouldn't be happening. Full stop, I don't think. He obviously trusts Mikel that much. So that's a good sign. So he's saying Mikel Arteta's got no pull. People, that's another thing that critics of Arteta says. Oh, he's got no pull with players. Well, yeah, he has actually. Yeah, Gabriel Jesus. And I'll tell you what, he might be no fancy player like, say, a Riyad Mahrez or a KDB or a Phil Foden. But I'll tell you what, he's something that Pepe, he's the complete opposite of Pepe, isn't he? Pepe's like probably a more natural goal scorer than Jesus. Natural finisher, shall I say. But that's something Jesus can work on if he gets more game time. He scored 4 at the weekend. 4. So that's obviously stuck an extra 5 or 10 mil on his price tag, I expect. Let's just hope he has a rotten end to the season. I'm only joking. Hope he has a great end to the season. And I'm sure he's going to win it. More than likely, definitely the Premier League for City. Even though, I don't care if a team wins a quad, treble, whatever. Personally, I'm not bothered. I think Man U fans are bothered. It's just the Liverpool. You know what? I respect Klopp and I respect their team so much, but their fans can be obnoxious. Liverpool fans, stop being so fucking obnoxious, man. Yeah, because you're turning into Manchester United fans. What they were like. They were the most horrible, nasty people on earth. Yeah, and the only team that rivaled them was my team, really, in England anyway. No one got near them, apart from Arsenal, Liverpool the odd season here and there. And then eventually, obviously, when Abramovich come in, Mourinho and all that. But for a long time, it was only Arsenal for a good 6 years. So, Jesus, yeah, I mean, I'm just thinking of price tag. He's going to be at least 45 to 50 mil, I reckon. I think we get him to sign like a 4 or 5 year deal, which would take him up to 29, 30, which then he'd been his peak. I think it'd be a fantastic bit of business. I really do. He's like I said, I was saying about Pepe being a natural finisher. Jesus is the complete opposite to what Nicola Pepe is. Nicola Pepe will do some nice dribbling and skill, and then he'll lose the ball. And if that was Jesus, he'd be running back, slide tackle, maybe even get a booking. I don't know. It'd be fighting for the ball back, wouldn't he? Where Pepe don't seem bothered sometimes. So he's more of he's an Arteta player. You know, as Arteta, as much as Arteta we have fancy players and these skillful players in our team. We have Saka, we have Emil Smith Rowe, we have Martin Odegaard, we have Gabriel Martinelli. So we have that spice as well. Jesus, but he can't be our main man. Jesus can could play a false nine. He could play the lacquer role. I think he could hold the ball up. And he's a better finisher than Lacazette. Simple as. Much better finisher. I mean, he scored more goals in one game than Lacazette has done all season. I mean, it says it all, doesn't it? Says it all. And the assists as well. I haven't even looked at his stats, but they're impressive. I already know it because of the way Big Steve talks about him, and other people. Utmost respect for him. They love him at City. They absolutely love him, and they're going to be gutted to lose him if they do lose him to Arsenal. But I think what Pep's thinking is the big Norwegians coming in. So to balance the books and all that, if they can get 45 mil, even 50 for Jesus off Arsenal, that almost covers Haaland's actual transfer fee, which is like just under 70 million quid. It's not shy of it, is it? It's like 20, 25 million shy. Obviously, and wages and sign-on fees and all that, it's going to cost City a lot more money than that. But it helps, and I think that's what City are looking at. I don't think they'd even consider selling Jesus if someone else big wasn't coming in. And yeah, it looks like Haaland is going to Manchester City, which is curtains for the rest of us for the league trophy. But come on, let's get real. Arsenal aren't ready to challenge yet. But this is the start, for me, of Arsenal smart signing. Smart.